If you've been doing your usual social skills routine for the past few weeks or maybe even a few months of going out, speaking to people, meeting new people, being social, going to social events, but you notice that your social skills kind of aren't leveling up, you're not really feeling yourself becoming any more confident or any more charismatic, or you don't feel yourself becoming any more social like you used to before, it might be simply because of the fact that you've gotten comfortable. I've gotten into this pretty similar situation where right now I'm doing more productive habits than I've ever done before in my life. I'm doing it more consistently for longer periods of time in bigger numbers and bigger repetitions. But my kind of social skills and my improvement in other areas of life and self improvement aren't really visible like they used to be before. And I started wondering why something like this could be happening, and what I came up with was as simple as I wasn't leaving my comfort zone. If you want to learn more about this, you can check out first link in the description my course. That's where I speak more deeply on these topics. But what I realized was that my kind of level of discipline and other skills has gotten up to this point where being consistent every single day and doing habits for longer isn't hard anymore, it's easy. You can imagine it like if when you started working out, you could do 5 push ups and you did 5 push ups every 2 to 3 days and you were making progress. But now you've gotten to this point where you do 100 push ups every single day and you're not really making any progress. That's because you've gotten you've gotten to such a high level in doing push-ups that doing 100 push-ups a day isn't uncomfortable anymore. It's easy. You just drop on the floor, do 100, and that's it. So you are doing like 20 times more than you used to do before, 100 times more. But it's not giving you improvement because you're such a high level in this skill that it's easy. It's not uncomfortable. It's not challenging. It doesn't challenge you. That's why right now in your social skills, you're not really improving because of the fact that you, even though you're putting in a lot of reps, you're probably speaking to tons of guys, speaking to tons of girls, you're going to parties. The reason you're not really improving is because all of this isn't really uncomfortable anymore. Like, imagine, just think about it. Is walking up to a girl when you're kind of drunk in a party really scary? Are you really spending 15 minutes mustering up the courage to go talk to her, or do you just walk up and just start saying whatever you get her number? Is walking into a room filled with people really kind of scary and you're really thinking about what they're thinking of you, or do you just do it easily? Is going and meeting new people really kind of scary, or are you just doing it without even thinking about it, naturally, instinctively? Even though you're doing these things a ton and you're doing them consistently, you're probably not improving because of the fact that they're not challenging anymore. It's like playing the same game or the same level in a video game. Sure, it's a higher and harder level than the one you could have done a few years ago when you started, but it's the same level you're repeating over and over again instead of moving on to a harder one and actually getting better at the game. So, what you need to ask yourself right now, if you truly want to keep improving and stop being in this kind of stagnated rut, is what is something that makes me uncomfortable in this area? And then you need to go and you need to triple down, double down, triple down on just doing that thing. So right now, maybe you're really good at going to parties. Maybe you go to parties multiple times a week and you get drunk and you speak to girls and you speak to guys and you meet people. But you realize that your day game or going out doing things when you're sober and when it's daytime is kind of uncomfortable because you're not used to it. So maybe from today or from tomorrow, you start going out to walks in the park with your friends. And maybe there you start walking up to girls who are walking their dogs while you're sober and it's daytime. This makes you uncomfortable and hence it gets you to improve. Maybe you're uncomfortable with speaking to older people. Maybe you've gotten so used to speaking to people around your age at parties and stuff, but when you go out and you try to cold approach some maybe older people, you get kind of uncomfortable because you haven't really spoken to that group of people that much. So maybe you go and you double down on that. So your action step for this video would be to just sit down and ask yourself what is something in this area or if any in any other area in life, because this works for every part of life. You ask yourself, what is something that makes me uncomfortable? What is something that kind of gives me anxiety, that scares me, that's really hard for me to do? And then you go and you do that exact thing. If you want to learn more about this and you want to improve your communication skills very rapidly, you can check out my course by clicking on the first link in the description. It is the place where you'll find absolutely every piece of information that I have learned in the last 3.5 years that I've been learning and studying and improving this topic or in this area of my life. If you found this video helpful, I think you'll find a lot of value in this video right here. Click on the subscribe button and do the work.